So I have my Steam library up on my monitor right now, and I'm just going to go through what I think is worth your money during the Steam spring sale that's going on right now. 1000 Times Resist is 25% off right now. I've been talking about this game for like the past 3 days. This could have easily won Indie Game of the Year in my opinion last year, and is definitely worth your money. Arctic Eggs is 30% off right now, which means it's $7, and that's cheaper than a carton of eggs right now, which is crazy. Baldur's Gate 3 is 20% off right now. This is obviously one of the greatest games ever made. Buckshot Roulette is 20% off right now, which means it's $2.39. For the amount of fun you get and only $2, this is definitely worth it. Catherine Classic is 75% off, which means it's $5. This is so worth it. Even if it's the classic version, you get so much out of this game. And I know some people are turned off by it being a puzzle game, but I think just the story alone makes this really entertaining, and the puzzle stuff is actually a really great challenge. Cursed Digicam is 20% off, which means it's $6.39. This is the game that came out by Cello's Art earlier this year, and yeah, it's pretty scary, so if you are looking for like a short horror game to play, I recommend this one. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are both on sale. I like both games. If you don't do really well with horror, but you are interested in the horror genre, I think these games will be great for you. Mirror's Edge is 85% off right now, which means it's $3. This is one of the most iconic OG parkour games. Definitely worth it for only $3. Miyaside is 10% off. I played this earlier this year, and I had a really fun time with it. If you're into stories like Doki Doki Literature Club, I think you'll like this one. Mouthwashing is 20% off. There's a reason why this game blew up. I think for an experience that only takes about like 2 hours, it's a really cool story. A bunch of Resident Evil games are on sale. I see that Resident Evil 2 Remake is 75% off at only $10. This is such a steal for such an amazing game. Even Resident Evil 4 Remake is 50% off, which means it's $20. I think that is a freaking steal for one of the greatest games ever made. Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe is 70% off, which means it's $1.79. This is still one of the best sim games that exist out there, and I played this a lot during quarantines, and it was still a great time. Rusty's Retirement is 30% off, which means it's less than $5. This is a sim game that I talked about when it released that exists at the bottom of your Windows screen. So if you like idle sim games that you can play while you do other things on your computer, I definitely recommend this. Shinkansen Zero is 20% off. This is Chilla's Art's take on the Spot the Anomaly genre. I had a blast with it last year. If you feel like reliving nostalgia, Sonic Adventure 2 is 50% off. I replayed this game before I watched the third Sonic movie. Stray is 40% off. I love this game because I'm a cat person, so if you love cats, you will love this game. Tales of Symphonia is 75% off, which means it's $5. This is my favorite JRPG of all time, and probably a top 5 all-time game for me. Unpacking is 50% off at $10. I think the full price for this game is a little expensive, so I definitely recommend getting it during a sale.